Nexa clearly wanting his team to go straight through, and I don't blame him. They've gone deep in this series. A spot at Katowice on the line deserves some words to his teammates. They've got to stay focused as we head to our decider map of Inferno.
fnatic will be starting on the T side. So we can see NEOFRAG and roeJ trying to defend the B bomb site for now. I saw flameZ in the break, and he was certainly in good spirits.
Oh dear.
Not what NEOFRAG was looking for, especially considering how many people are on Banana. So much opportunity lost with that grenade. But now we see a procession of roeJ players who have an idea of what might be happening here. All four coming in from the back. Well, let's see if they'll be able to rescue their teammate in time. NEOFRAG falling back if he can. That's a great headshot from him. Buying some time and holding some position. Next are rotating towards CT, so they've got multiple angles now. flameZ and co are coming through. Still looking for a first frag from fnatic. They've planted a bomb, but they're in a 2 versus 5. They've got a crossfire, but they've got so many frags to find here. It's going to be hard for them to press on with this one. Them now, him, nicoodoz against the world here. They're flying into his position. Almost with the second one. The knife coming in from the back. Not necessary, though, as Fiku landed the headshot. And there goes the pistol for roeJ.
fnatic absolutely not ready for that fast flank. You saw mezii was looking for it briefly, but as soon as he turned his back, that's when they round the corner. And that basically baited Crims. Crims probably thought Banana was clear. But it ends up not being the case. And I am glad we got to see that team talk coming in from roeJ, because when you get this late in the day, it becomes massively a mental game to stay in it. You might be a little tired, you might not be on your A game, but you've got to stick in it because a chance at Katowice group stage up for grabs, not having to go down to any more decider games. That's a big deal for both of these teams. Both teams who will expect to make it through, but you want to make it through as easily as possible. NEOFRAG currently alone on B. We've got that force back from fnatic. So still a dangerous round that roeJ have to deal with here. Those Galils pack a punch. We've seen it throughout the day.
Increased armor penetration. They are very notable, perhaps somewhat underrated. And indeed, it's definitely a good idea at this time to refocus your team going into the last map of the day. Looking for those 2 days off. The fastest route to the group stage. The grenades start to stream in. Still some counter grenades from roeJ. Now, roeJ is still lurking around the top of A, maybe looking for a rotation, which isn't coming in just yet. Starting to ask questions of the B bomb site now. Great transfer from flameZ.
Ooh.
But a man advantage for fnatic. 3 versus 2. Still frags on the A bomb site. That rotation will be a long one, a very long one indeed.
Some stellar shots from mezii to get into this B bomb site. And as you pointed out, that rotate just now coming from Degster. Nexa will be longer as he has to creep up Banana, concerned about all the close cubbies, the close corners. Kit's not in play, but mezii caught in the open. And they should cut down on the positions that can be played. They've got to figure out nicoodoz here. The time is against them. nicoodoz gets one, and he'll just look to buy time. Degster gets the kill, but not the round. fnatic buy enough time in the post plant and bounce right back.
This can be a more, if they can win the consecutive round, this can be a more favorable situation than winning the pistol for the T's, in the sense that, of course, they have conceded a round, but the loss bonus will be in the bin for roeJ now. So the following rounds will be easier. Always an upside to be had in most situations. I think that's part of sports psychology as well. So let's see if they're able to do that now, because of course we are going to see a force buy in return from roeJ. M4A4 will be quite nice for Degster. Saved at the end of the last round. Looking for that one way now. The flashes will force him from his position. They're going to keep going. They've dropped nicoodoz by the tree position. Now, they could potentially rescue that later on. They do have one smoke grenade. If it's in the right spot, then they could try to secure Banana. But as we can see, Fasha is ahead of it. Lots of action on Banana. NEOFRAG dropped now. Dexter's still there with the M4. fnatic poking top mid at the same time as well.
Yeah, roeJ was the player here who was feeling it out initially. Now he's got his teammates to back him up. Those flashes to the right side can be nice. You can swing the site while not having to turn. But mezii hasn't been able to find this player, and they haven't even cleared Nexa. MP9 from above, raining down damage from above. And Fasha is nowhere near the action, so roeJ hold on. Good stack on that A site. Handles the push with ease. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, not much for Fasha to do now, falling back towards T-spawn. Unicorn MP9 coming through once again. Fasha listening to the radio, perhaps for some guidance. You a claw man with the mouse?
I feel like I'm almost like a mix. I'm trying to consciously not be a claw man, but I think I sometimes revert back to it a little.
So like a little claw on the fingers and palm?
Yeah, it's not like a crazy claw, just like a little elevation maybe.
Yeah, I think I might be the same as you.
You have massive hands is the difference.
Yeah,
I don't even know how you find a mouse for your hands.
Funnily enough, I use the medium size over the large size.
Really?
When I reach for a mice. Maybe that's why I can't hit anything most of the time. As
yeah,
if people can attest to.
If they gave you a mouse that fit your hand, you'd be unstoppable.
If I took one, yeah.
Unstoppable.
I went down to throw it around for AWPing. But enough about me. There is a Galil on Fasha. A hero Galil with a number of pistols. We'll see what he's able to do. roeJ have been tested a number of times, in the last map of course, and early on in this map, and they have answered the call. And that's great to see versus a very tough fnatic squad. This is by no means an easy game to win for either team, as we're seeing. Fika with 3 HP, how does he continue to stay useful in a situation such as this? The numbers game coming through. They are lining up though to take tickets. Oh. flameZ with 2, NEOFRAG with 3. That will be a... Oh no! Fika with his 2 HP just fell over into the flames, it looks like. I forgot his HP towards the end there. That's an expensive death. That's like $5,000 down the drain.
Happens to the best of us. And luckily the round win was so convincing that I think it isn't too big of a deal. It's not like you were the last player alive and you wanted to save. Just one tick and he's like, oh.
That's a Benny Hill moment right there.
Oh, I think I saw his reaction briefly in the background, just after the celebration. You're against an eco though, so here's the chance to make up for it. Make your money back in this one.
Nerf guns for fnatic in round number 5. This one should be gratis, should be absolutely free for roeJ. 3-2 setup for the roeJ squad. How do you fancy their chances? Maybe a slight dog in this one in the series at the beginning, but now based on what we've seen, what are your thoughts?
Inferno's been an interesting map for roeJ as of late. So they had a really one-sided loss against FaZe over in the Blast groups. Then they had this weird game against Astralis where they just made it scrappy as hell. And then we just saw them against Sprout and it was also close. So I don't think this is a great map for roeJ. Even against Sprout, they were played incredibly close on this. So I would still say fnatic are favored. But I also feel like it could just come down to the mental side of things. And roeJ actually looked pretty relaxed at the start of this. They looked pretty confident. If fnatic aren't careful, it could get out of hand.
Yeah, I will agree with you. During the break, flameZ was having a chat to me about Honey, which is great. And he did seem very calm and relaxed and chilled, which is great. Little downtime, then refocus, come back in once again. 4-1. It has been a great start for roeJ, but maybe the meat and potatoes of this map will begin now as the AKs come out once again for fnatic. We are in round number 6. There is the man Kita, a great mind for Counter-Strike.
It's actually an roeJ timeout, despite being 4-1 up. Maybe a little surprising.
I like it. I embrace it. It could be to refocus and know that the easy rounds are behind them now, or it could be just to just to throw fnatic off a little bit. You know, they're like refocusing themselves. It's like, oh, let's just throw a timeout in there.
It does feel like if you can,
a bit longer.
Yeah, if you can keep this up for like a couple more of the key gun rounds here at the start of the half, you put fnatic in a terrifying position after they just got spanked on miroeJ.
Passive start from fnatic, looking to avoid the initial grenades, maybe not expecting that smoke to go down immediately. I like that from roeJ. And NEOFRAG will make his way over towards the A-bomb site immediately. He's only carrying a flash, so I would imagine he's dropped a number of grenades over at B for his teammates.
Can definitely expect to see Degster switch up his positioning a fair bit with that AWP on CT side. This time he's decided to play over on B, which means NEOFRAG, who is also normally a B player, will instead just play on A. Will just fill the gap so that the AWP can be in position.
Have a look at these positions from roeJ on the A-bomb site. They've got no concerns about top mid and no concerns about long either. They're playing a crossfire setup, defending the A-bomb site from inside it. So again, we spoke about some potential hard reads from fnatic in earlier games. Oh. What of this one here?
It's rare to see a nade do quite that much damage onto Degster. But it won't be that B side of the map where the action is. 38 seconds remaining. fnatic start to put those smokes up to long. Looks like a wrap into the A site, but these crossfires on the site itself look pretty good for roeJ.
Yeah, this may depend on Flame staying alive. Yeah, potential wrap towards CT, in fact. As we have fasha emerging up banana. Well, this could be a master stroke. Dexter's double scoped in, and that's the information. Call for the rotation now. Which way do they go, though? 3 players coming from A. We've got flameZ making his way towards banana. 12 seconds to plant the bomb. Still 2 CTs on the B bomb site. How do fnatic make this one work? They've got a smoke up. Vintage fnatic strats in that respect. They'll just about make it plant as well. roeJ with 6 HP won't last very long at all. Looked promising for a second. But that range, the AWP, 4-1 for roeJ.
I think the tough thing with that call... Yeah, 5-1 now. Yeah, I think the tough thing with that call for fnatic is you don't really have the utility you can use to get into this B site from CT. Maybe if you're against a rifle, that's okay, because you can trade. But against the AWP, that's a brutal angle to try and swing into. And I think Degster played it perfectly. Get the 1 kill at CT, go back to Ruins for another strong angle, and make sure your rifle teammate can just sit there and be in a good position. Unfortunately for fnatic, maybe they didn't expect that AWP on B. Ends up being pretty brutal for them. And now it is back to pistols again for fnatic. I think they'd love to win a round like this. Just something to get the momentum back in their favor.
They all have Kevlar at a minimum, so they can absorb some extra bullets here. You can see Crim's trying to create some space for the trade. There's a gap in that smoke though, and flameZ can see quite a lot now. Could try and punish the tracers as well. That bomb continues to fall closer and closer to his feet. nicoodoz and fasha remain AWP, and now it is fasha with 10 HP. Coming out of the balcony, you can see the barrel of the gun, but he can't quite land that headshot. Another round in the bag for roeJ. They couldn't ask for more from this situation. This is a roaring start on Inferno for roeJ.
Yeah, it is going great for them. And I think it's finally time for that first fnatic timeout. fasha showed a bit of a reaction there after missing his opportunity. And we're seeing fnatic try and play their slow game, try and draw players out and get into advantageous positions in the late round. But it hasn't been effective so far. I think for roeJ, just the players showing up have been a big difference. flameZ playing on A long, having a really good start. NEOFRAG having a solid showing. And then Degster has started to deliver with the AWP as well. And that is when roeJ are always at their best.
Off we go again. How can fnatic turn the tide back into their favor now? Extremely promising start for roeJ. More aggressive exchange on banana this time. Starting to make their way through. Degster taking some Molotov damage, looking for something through the apartments. We'll see a third man make their way towards the B-bomb site.
Flames up on the boosted angle. But fnatic leaving their options open, using some utility into top mid. Again, an extremely passive setup from roeJ, but look at this from fnatic. It looks like it could be a similar call to previous. They could try the B split right now, with players creeping up A long. If they were to go for it, there would be 3 on B, but the other option is you could just use A long to wrap that A site. And they've still got a decent amount of utility to try and make this play work.
Next spots 2.
Oh, it's Dexter AWP now. This is hard to hold.
And this really is trying to buy time around that smoke grenade and delivering even more. nicoodoz taken down. 2 remain now for fnatic. 2 versus 4. Still trying to eliminate Dexter. And the bomb carrier will have to do the job. But now mezii has got to cross to the site. In eliminating Dexter, they've lost time with other opportunities. 8 seconds to get that bomb planted. Will the CT start to stream in? One by one, they come at Crimson. He'll find 2 of them with mezii to just about finish off the third. That one fell apart for roeJ. fnatic find their second round.
That's got to be the confidence booster for fnatic. It wasn't perfect. The timing wasn't great to trade Dexter. You see this solo fight allowed to him, which looked scary for a second once he gets that double kill. But they are able to run him down, and then Crims, solid as ever, holds the smoke. And I think that's more of a release than anything. Finally getting another round win. Trying to get themselves back into this one.
Again, the early smoke down Banana, but a lot of utility to follow it as well. They are really making sure that no one is here. Early security for roeJ. 2 smokes remain. AWP says hello in the apartments. 6-2 now. fnatic looking for a consecutive round, and it would be crucial for them to build something. That's a great start. What is their read of the B bomb site with those jump peaks? Look at the urgency we see from fnatic. They may understand that no one else is likely to be here. That is certainly evident. They go straight into the bomb site. They understand the mission. nicoodoz almost punishing those tracers there. Excellent response from fnatic.
Nice impact from nicoodoz. Desk was saying that both AWPers haven't really had their best series, but that's a round where 1 kill is all the impact you need. And if you're wondering why nicoodoz runs in like that, like James was pointing out, it's a position where if you're jump peeking like that, you're normally alone and you're just playing for information and hoping you can fall back. So when you get a pick on a player jump peeking like this, nicoodoz figures, okay, that was the solo player playing for information. Otherwise, he wouldn't be playing for info. He'd be holding a standard position. So you can just run in, pretty confident the site is clear, and get an easy round on the board.
Believe in your read. fnatic certainly do. And they're starting to build something now. roeJ held on to everything else. They did not have the position to defend. Such urgency from fnatic. Now help keep their money together as well. Winner of this series goes straight to groups. The loser has additional days of play, a longer journey, a harder task. The fight for Banana continues. AWP saying hello. roeJ somewhat changing their approach on this occasion. nicoodoz waiting for opportunity, waiting for a mistake maybe. Big damage from that grenade. Really softening them up for later. 3 B players becomes 2. fnatic look to send it straight into the bomb site. From what we're seeing, more HEs at the front of the site, but Fiku has to back off for the retake.
Roy taking a little damage from the molly as he moves into the site. Another nade, and it's actually Fiku's spam that finishes the job. So even though the bomb is planted, it's in a 3v5 for fnatic. And how do they play this post plant? They don't have utility, but OG have got loads of nades at the ready. The smoke for Banana is brutal. There are 2 Ts playing behind this. They may just try and boost over the top of it to have some chance to help. But nicoodoz needs an early shot here. Time's still ticking. That could be the biggest benefit. It's almost a lineup, but now they know where 2 players are. mezii could be run down, but he gets a 3K, and dexter just does not have the time. He's got to get out of there, but that is all mezii, alone in the pool. And he turns it into a triple.
Eating all those grenades as well. You didn't expect a result in that fashion. What a performance from fnatic. That was really hard for them to hold on to. All you see is focus on the face of mezii as they continue to close the gap. Just eating nade after nade. Look at how surrounded he is. The 180s we're seeing from mezii there, unbelievable. When dexter finally gets the trade, he doesn't have the time anymore. 3 rounds in a row for fnatic. Momentum firmly in their favor. They get that consecutive round, and look at what they've done to OG. 4 players on pistols, just the M4 on dexter. Everything's fallen apart in the short term.
It's just so nice when a couple of those plays get made. You see the smiles start to creep in on the team. They realize they're starting to get away with more than maybe they should be in some of these positions. And that's when you know you've got a really good chance of getting some round wins and getting into a good position on this map. dexter again with that 1 rifle, hoping he can activate. But after taking that banana control, OG taking a massive risk. Everyone coming back to A. So they're saying, look, we've put presents on banana. We're going to stack the A site instead. Doesn't work out for flameZ, but I might bait fnatic into this A site. Looks like the bomb's actually going B. They figured it out. Fair play.
That could be a rifle collected. Great way to save some money. They'll need to, the way things have gone. Hold on to these 2 rifles if you can. No need to chase on the B bomb site. fnatic looking for their 4th round in a row now. Very uncomfortable start to Inferno for fnatic, but things have certainly turned around. 6-5 coming our way soon. At this point, how many rounds would you be targeting if you were OG? How many rounds would you be targeting if you were fnatic in this first half?
I feel like it's hard to say just because I feel like this game is just going to get really scrappy to the point where like it's almost hard to target the amount of rounds because I feel like anything can happen at any point almost. Inferno's a pretty balanced map though, so as long as you get close to 7 rounds, I think you're pretty happy with that.
The poor fish. Well, no more value for them at the aquarium. fnatic have reached 5 rounds. Now, OG, the money is back in the short term for them. We'll see what they can bring to the table, but first there will be a timeout by the CT side of OG. What has happened to their success? Where has their momentum gone? What do they need to change? Do they have any more funky setups in the bag? Let's not forget that 1 round where they had 3 men with a crossfire in the A bomb site, nobody on long. What other interesting things have they got to serve us? We will soon find out. 9 frags for Fiku. A lot of people are on 9 or 8 though. Pretty much all of OG are on 9 or 8. mezii, 8 frags for the fnatic squad. No one really pulling away too much just yet.
B early for OG, but fnatic fast. Moving in towards the A site, and OG are fighting aggressively for top mid. Oh, that might just be the round. 2 A players fighting for top mid aggressively like that. As soon as you go down, you know you are done for.
Love a mid burst, and indeed, OG's hands are tied on the B bomb site. There is nothing for them to achieve, just needs to hold on to what they have, as fnatic will certainly be tying the score now.
We actually saw this similar issue for OG a couple of times in their opening game against Sprout, where they would have this 3B setup and only 2 on A, and they would lose that A site really quickly. They weren't able to use their utility to slow the Ts down. Those fast A bursts were costing them in a couple of rounds. Looks like fnatic have figured out that that could be a good option for them too. And fnatic are doing pretty damn well on the economy front now. So maybe it is worth hunting it down here.
They are executing into the B bomb site after planting the bomb on the A bomb site. Love the creativity. And they may prove fruitful. Indeed it will. OG will be denied 2 of their 3 rifles. So we'll see what they choose to do now. Still have a fair chunk of money. Dexter will be dropping 2 rifles for the squad. So things are made far more expensive. You love to see it. Execute A, plant the bomb, execute B. And that's just good for confidence as well. They get the kills, and that's just great to get everybody focused on a task at hand. An opportunity for fnatic to take the lead now. Or for OG to retake it. They've got a good buy as well.
Incendiary down early from Nexa this time. Didn't want to get instantly run over on the A-bomb site. I think for OG, we've seen them run a bunch of different setups on their Inferno. They seem to like to switch it quite a lot, but this is pretty much their standard. You've got NEOFRAG and Fiku on B, Orp of Dexter on A, flameZ playing A long. And after some probing towards the A site, fnatic will now start to come back to B. Fiku and NEOFRAG are 2 of the least experienced players on this OG team. Between them, they've got to figure out how they want to hold this site.
NEOFRAG waiting for the play to be made.
Looks like great timing on the incendiary.
Flames coming through as well to replenish the smoke grenade. The trajectory will tell a story. 40 seconds remaining.
That just means NEOFRAG holds his incendiary even longer.
I heard one player make a footstep on Banana. That could be deliberate to suggest a lurker. But here comes the full execute now. Down goes the incendiary with 20 seconds on the clock, but they've got a smoke to deal with it. But now comes Variance. flameZ manages to transfer. What? That's outrageous from flameZ. Has he done enough? 12 seconds to plant this bomb.
Oh my
if
God!
They can get on the side. flameZ with more. 2 through the smoke. 4 kills in total. I need to see a replay of that.
How many of those players did flameZ see? That's the question. I think maybe 1.
That transfer on those first 2 players.
Oh, he just sees the shadow and...
Look at that! Okay, someone needs to study that. I need angles from the internet.
And then this.
Get the protractor out. That was such a swipe. He must have been at the end of his mouse pad with that second frag, honestly. Huge round from flameZ. And he's just focused on the next one. Not going to get too hype because there's more work to do.
You can't say fnatic did a massive amount wrong there on their B execute, to be honest.
Oh, from another angle. Look at the swing.
That's wild.
How big is your mouse pad, bro?
There's definitely some players who don't have the sense to do that, I feel like.
Yeah, he's using some kind of flight simulator sense. That's such a long angle. You've got to have the hyper glides. But fnatic are back in it. They've got to buy once again. AWPs on both squads. Great effort from flameZ. Exactly what OG needed.
Oh, fast A again. And OG have 2 players on A. This worked for fnatic in a previous round.
This spells trouble.
More passive for OG this time, though. Maybe allows time for the rotate.
Jumping over the arch position. Utility will split the attack at the very least. Dexter looking for the second. He's gone to his right-hand side, and down goes Dexter. But there's support from Nexa. Drops the bomb by the graveyard as well. Lost 1 player in the library, but there's 1 more to come. Ooh. flameZ finds an angle. flameZ again, a thorn in the side, giving OG a man advantage. Smokes are up on a short position. Crims and nicoodoz together. Plenty of time. They've got to find the headshots, though. nicoodoz will look to puncture. Waist and up. See Crims with the AK lurking past the smoke. That'll soon be gone, though. And Nexa lies in wait. 1 versus 3 for nicoodoz, 45 seconds. Looking at the money for his players, decisions need to be made here. Almost shotgun mode, will require a quick scope. Surely, there it is, the first one. 12 HP, suggesting he's falling away, maybe inviting someone to hunt, but they're further away than that. They are surrounding that bomb. Off angles, no less, and that's a great peek from flameZ, not shy at all. 8 rounds for roeJ now.
Yeah, flameZ was playing fantastically earlier for roeJ against Sprout on this very map. And he might be playing even better here against fnatic. 15 kills to his name. They just never cleared Nexa out of pit. That was the problem. There's a double smoke. Why not? Be extra safe. But yeah, they just could not get Nexa out of the pit. I think the gap in the library smoke was pretty costly for them because that player couldn't encroach on Nexa's position. Triple nade on Banana. Not successful this time. But it will certainly stop fnatic from taking Banana early in the last round of the half.
Long smoke is up. fnatic will start to creep now. roe's going to get flashed through. There are 2 CTs here though. Blind. Will they be able to trade this frag? They don't know what's around the corner. Apart from roeJ, could be more, but roeJ will be enough. 2 headshots for him. That is strong 48 bomb site. But they seem focused on B.
They don't even care. roeJ gets 2 entries and they're like, nah. They're probably going to leave B instead. And NEOFRAG completely alone. At least he's got the M4A4 if he were to be pushed. But now they're going to go back to A. Okay, fnatic.
Or are they?
Are they? I don't know, man. I can't read them.
They're offering sound cues for sure. But they might outmind game themselves. NEOFRAG stands on the B bomb site with an M4A4. No grenades whatsoever. His 2 teammates committed to A, although Nexa is creeping around a short position.
The timing, mate. Dexter's mad.
Right, what now? Nexa surely swings here.
Oh, they're coming back A.
Oh, God, that's rough. That is rough indeed. fnatic are back and forth they go. Outmaneuvering NEOFRAG with time low on the clock, but plenty of time to plant and no one to challenge. Coming from B is NEOFRAG now. 1 versus 4. Plenty to do. Picks up the AK, making sure these players are dead, it looks like. Wow.
Well, he's got less bullets now if he wants to try it, which he has to. But his chances are minimal anyway. nicoodoz finishes the half. 8-7. Anyone's game here on our final map. Winner goes to the group stage. Loser has to stay and play on tomorrow in the play-in. We will see which team takes it as we come back for the second half after the break.
We return to the Hall of Heroes, live from Katowice, Poland. We're in the last half of the last series of the evening to find out who goes straight to groups, who gets 2 days off, roeJ or fnatic. Hawker, who's it going to be right now? Let's go.
It's fnatic. I gotta stick with them. I've been with them the whole time. Although Nex's speech did get me excited earlier. So I think we've got a close one on our hands here.
The odds are very close indeed. See what roeJ have to offer on the T side now in this pistol round. Emerald Glocks are out. Ooh. Yeah, NEOFRAG half checking the cubby. And now they've lost two. Bomb and the floor in the crossfire, but flameZ might be ready for it. Going for the burst fire at range here. Going for the knife! Can he get a second swipe? He can. Bonus money. Outrageous style points from flameZ. He is comfortable in this game. That much is for sure. mezii 1 versus 3 as the bomb heads towards the A-bomb site.
Well, he's got a kit on his back. That's the only positive. But he's so far away. He is ready for the initial angle, but Degster realizes no need to give him the fight. Just sit back and relax. Make mezii come to you because the time is against him. And he doesn't know which angles he has to clear. roeJ doubled up in pit. I just don't think there's a single way in. He's got 4 bullets. Would have to be pretty much perfect, and roeJ aren't giving him the opportunity.
Save the defuse kit, perhaps?
It might be. Oh, try and make some money. Okay. $300, I guess.
Get out of there, it's gonna blow.
This was very awkward. nicoodoz looks so clean on the initial fight. Crims comes in to help. But then here, oh, the jump. It's so annoying when you got that USP, you're sitting there like, oh, I just want the headshot.
Love it. Love to see it.
Not making it easy.
2 MAC-10s, the point men for roeJ. Nexa and NEOFRAG will lead the 3 AK-47s. We've seen a number of scout headshots from nicoodoz with the scout already in this series, looking for another one, but he won't be served anything just yet. His plate is empty.
Quick banana take, effective. That nade doesn't do a great deal of damage from fnatic. That smoke is nice, but roeJ aren't going to respect it. Straight through, and the boost is fumbled. So mezii is completely isolated on the bomb site. That means he's in trouble. Bomb plant inevitable at this point. And a save is the best course of action for fnatic.
Yeah, they can essentially close to mirror this round in the next one if they can save with these 4 players. roeJ with the full send on those MAC-10s, not shy whatsoever. Not in doubt. mezii, the only man to be lost here. Lots to play for in this single half. But again, roeJ felt way more confident from map 1 to map 2, carried into map 3. A comeback mounted by fnatic, but it's roeJ with the momentum once again. Surrounding the plant pots as they move to double figures. 10 rounds on the board.
Still got to stay focused. As you said, it is similar for fnatic in this round with all those guns saved. But roeJ didn't really show much respect for the buy in the previous. They just ran over the B site, playing with confidence, playing with pace. That appears to be the roeJ way in this series. It's what got them that very one-sided win on Mirage. This map looks like it will be closer, but again, it's the fast play and the nades.
Thank you for playing. nicoodoz has been eliminated. mezii collects the scout. roeJ not going to overplay their hand. Minute 24 on the clock. Still a dangerous round. Many deagles are lurking about. Not seen just yet. 2 mollies for roeJ. Always crucial to keep a track of those in a round such as this. As we see some spam in the inbox with that Desert Eagle, but everybody's standing for now.
Crims will tuck into this corner, hoping They will overlook it, and they do. Double for Crims, finally traded. That smoke on long, though, should just lock out fnatic completely. Nexa is low. That's the only scary thing. But I don't even know if they know Nexa's there. Oh, yeah, I don't think they do, because Fasher tries the reload. Maybe worth going for. I mean, you're going to buy in the next anyway.
mezii just trying to pull people out into the open with the sound cues. But indeed, what is there to hold on to here? The Desert Eagle, perhaps. But maybe he'll head back towards mid.
I guess
He can actually wallbang through the corner of the far wall there. You can get a headshot with it with the scout, but the OG have made a full exit now. And mezii will soon meet his demise.
And OG just got away from the bomb. Fiku survives on 11 health. So unfortunate for mezii. You can see what he was trying. But they are the nades.
Not 2, but 3.
That's the magic number.
Turned him into a flying hot dog. Landed on the floor. Well, it's buy time for both squads now. nicoodoz will be one with the AWP. Heading towards top mid. We'll see if he's offered anything early. D-Law on deck.
Oh, quick up through the apartments. Did Roy spot this? Apparently not. Double kill onto A. I don't know what the hell fnatic can do now. They're scrambling to get back into position, and mezii, making it work, gets 2 straight back.
Oh, that was beautiful. Those bursts from mezii. So urgent they were. 2 early frags from OG, but still scrambling for position. All 3 players by long now for fnatic, as OG tried to secure a bomb plant. Grenades into the site. There are still 2 mollies for OG. They'll throw them towards that library and really delay the push. Nuisance grenades from both sides. Goodbye, Fiku. 2 versus 3 now. fnatic trying to find a way in. Still smokes coming up. Dexter's holding on to a Molotov for now. When does it get deployed? Flashbangs being avoided. fnatic starting to push through this smoke. Dexter's got the angle, though. Don't shoot your teammate. Nexa's in the red now. 12 HP. He'll deliver as well. And nicoodoz has to fall away. Great effort by mezii, but ultimately the round will go the way of OG, who are creeping closer to that victorious 16th round.
It's so tough for fnatic. Going up against this OG style when you're struggling, they just come at you so quick. You get those 2 entries on the OG side instantly, so even when mezii tries to save the day, you lose the sight a little too fast. This was clinical on the 2 headshots.
Real nice. And if that grenade was a little higher, if it had landed on that balcony, that might have been a 3rd one. That would have changed everything, but it wasn't to be. 12-7 for OG. fnatic running out of time now. Pressure will start to rise. See Keita talking to the team here. They have the AWP on nicoodoz. Can always win a round with an AWP.
Quite a few smokes picked up by fnatic too. Now in theory, if you get a delayed round, those can be really useful in the late round. But with how OG have been playing, I don't think we're going to get to the late round. They've been very decisive with their calls. And honestly, fnatic have shown a struggle when they're dealing with these fast plays. Haven't shown us that they can handle them yet. Oh, nades again!
Oh, man! Now serving ticket number 2. Not the AWP, though. That would have been nice if you're OG. It is still lurking somewhere. Big presence on Banana. nicoodoz at the back of the A bomb site at the moment. They don't have vision of top mid. You'll often see an AWP creep up short to get that information. But nicoodoz will be in that long position. Still 3 smoke grenades here for OG. So they could put them in the right place and avoid the AWP. We shall see. The sub 1 minute mark now. There's the first one towards long. Now where does nicoodoz go here? Ooh. roeJ could get a few. He could get a few. He won't get any, and that's the bomb site lost. I'm sure they'll hold on to the AWP now. Keep it over towards B. roeJ will soon be 3 rounds away from victory over fnatic.
Turning it up on this T side. They have won every single round so far. I mean, how many nades is this? I can't even count. It's a lot. That's the answer.
All the nades. flameZ with 19 kills on the board now. Great focus from roeJ. Maybe that speech did spur them on to where they are, but there is still work to do. The job's not done yet. Admiring the painting on the wall.
They've got the time to spare, because they've been winning these rounds so quick. They do have to keep their heads in the game, though, with fnatic having another buy at the ready for this round. And if they're not careful, this could be one of their last buys, because they are falling far behind. 13-7 down. The previous gun round just got blitzed. They lost the 2 entries so quick, they couldn't really play it. Let's see if they've learned from that prior round. Nades again on Banana. Got to be very careful, but this time, roeJ receiving some shrapnel damage back. This could well be a fast B pop.
They've got the numbers for the trade frags. Spotting one by the oranges. That's a massive headshot from Nexa. And look at the instant trade. Is the round over? You can see roeJ going straight towards the A bomb site. Shock and awe, a surge into B. Another opportunity lost. Ended before it began for fnatic in that round, really. They have to save with these 3 players. They don't really have a choice. Unless they want to make things worse. roeJ are running a clinic on this T side at the moment on fnatic.
That one's quite a cool round from roeJ, because they've kind of conditioned fnatic to not want to play that top banana area because of all those nades. So fnatic don't really get the early warning because they're not peeking into banana. So it allows the pop to be a little more powerful. And mezii was in CT with an incendiary ready, but he didn't really get it into a good enough position to stop the players from pushing past. And Nexa's opening was critical there. He just quickly flicked before he got blinded, got that initial entry, and that's really what allows the push to come through.
The flash as well before he gets all the way there. Great from Nexa. NEOFRAG in a similar situation. They deliver. 2 rounds away now. So far in the lead, roeJ. We see a timeout from fnatic. They have to figure this out. But these are really difficult rounds they're being served by roeJ. Again, the conditioning with those consecutive grenades. What if they go back there again this round?
It kind of makes it so fnatic have to either all in on banana or they have to just play back if they think those nades are coming.
Well, roeJ are carrying 4 high explosive grenades at the moment. So I would suggest there is a very reasonable chance of that happening. And with 3 players heading towards B for fnatic, how likely are we to see that? Got Fasher by the sandbags. And roeJ in that grenadable position. Molly towards the car. mezii's there as well.
flameZ is already up a long. I know there's a lot of action on banana right now. We will see these fights shortly, but they just back up. flameZ is in such a strong spot. You don't need banana. You just need to let flameZ cook.
Oh boy. They are never going to see this one coming.
They have no idea. They're not even turning back right now. Maybe they think about it at some point because they have left A long open.
If he sees one, does he execute or does he just follow them?
I mean, roeJ have just regressed so far back on banana because they realize they don't need to fight. Just wait for flameZ to flank it.
Oh, man. But now, is there one coffins? Oh, this is the most uncomfortable sandwich. Hold on a second. Fasher's found 2.
Oh, no. Did he make the step? I don't know.
I can't believe it. How have they survived this situation? fnatic press on. They are not static. They're proactive. That bag was surely secured for roeJ. How has this turned around? All credit to the fnatic squad. NEOFRAG now 1 versus 4 somehow with a flank such as that.
I said let flameZ cook. He cooked it for too long. He burnt it.
Wow. Now that is a hell of a round. They just kept moving forward. He had to go deeper and
We're
deeper.
not seeing the whole replay, are we? It's going to take forever.
That is
Speed
brutal.
it up. Skip ahead. Oh.
Fasha with the 2 on the ramp, no less. With the left eye peek as well.
Yeah?
That was quite something. But there's more work for fnatic to do. They still trail by 6 rounds. nicoodoz, good night. flameZ is playing amazing at present. That last round didn't work out so amazing for him and the squad, but generally speaking, 20 kills now from flameZ. And there are 3 players for fnatic towards that B bomb site. crimz is alone.
I mean, the AK is the best weapon for the job, but it's still so hard. Oh, he doesn't even get the first. flameZ jumps so that he can't get a headshot.
And fnatic look like they may be forced to save again. roeJ heading towards match point now. And there's nothing fnatic can do about it.
The only round fnatic had got so far is when roeJ had the entire round in their hands and they let it slip.
roeJ, they're so zeroed in on the mission. First player jumping wide, take the crosshair away. Worst case, traded, not even required. 15 for roeJ. And again, the body language on fnatic tells a story.
I know Maniac was talking about that earlier. Sure he would be breaking that one down. It is so frustrating when you lose rounds to a lot of these just quick plays on the fnatic side. You almost feel like you're not getting a chance to play the rounds, but you've got to know how to deal with these fast plays. They haven't been able to hold their angles just as individuals. The utility hasn't been able to stop roeJ. And fair play to roeJ. They've found their way in on this T side. The fast-paced plays have been incredibly effective. And now they look very likely to be booking their spot into the Katowice groups.
roeJ, the breaker of rounds.
That's a big nade. That's a bigger kill. Oh, and again, they're just swinging everything.
When you're on, you're on. Now, last time mezii got 2 burst fire kills. On this occasion, not gonna happen. The dream is collapsing for now, as far as fnatic are concerned. Down but not out if they lose this one. 5 versus 2 in favor of roeJ. fnatic running to their demise now. nicoodoz, the last man standing between roeJ and qualifying for the group stage. 4 more to find. Switching out to the AK-47, has to go through the smoke and he'll be denied. roeJ secured a victory. They secured a series. They secured their position in groups.
Some fantastic play from roeJ in that second half especially. flameZ with an incredible performance. And for fnatic, maybe some lessons to be learned. At least they're still in the play-in, but it's all about roeJ right now, getting themselves through to those groups and winning both of these final 2 maps very convincingly.
It's a great confidence boost for roeJ after a difficult...